Yeah, that's okay. Hello!
Yeah. Thing is, my audio is always lower than yours. So.
Is what?
My audio is always quieter than yours, and it really annoys me.
Well, you just shift it around a little
I'm
bit.
literally right next to the microphone.
Alright, is
this better? What's that? Testing?
I'll just be over here. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's good, babes. Screw it.
Alright, this is how this episode's gonna go then.
No, actually, no. Fuck that shit. I'm fine with this.
Okay.
I just remember when I was looking through the audio file on Vegas. You've peaked the audio so many times.
Hey. Shut up.
No.
What can I say? We need to get that PewDiePie audience. Need to peak that mic.
Hey, that's not very nice. He doesn't do that anymore.
Fair enough.
Bombs away.
I'm still living in 2012.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. That's quite a stench. Right. That sounds awfully gay.
Do you want me to try again?
No. You've peaked the night. You're gonna peak the mic so many times.
Oh.
I almost feel like I should put a counter in the wee corner of the screen.
Oh, that is. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice and warm. I can feel it in my throat.
What are you drinking?
Just more of that. You know that that bottle of rum we got like last summer.
Last summer. You're gonna be a bit.
Yeah, like September.
Can you just give me the name of it?
You know when we went to the cinema to watch The Nun?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember actually.
Yeah, and I got like some fucking rum afterwards, and we had it, and it's been sitting in my fridge for nearly a year now.
Oh, nearly a year. Christ.
Yeah, it's
What's it called again?
I don't have the bottle on hand, but I know it's that Tesco's own brand stuff. Can't beat it.
You know what?
Oh, that's strong.
You know what? That honey Jack Daniels is actually not half bad. Not half bad at all. Right. Now that we're both intoxicated to some degree, welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, to Shed Talks, episode 4.
Here lies Charlie. You can tell it's him because we put his name on the stone. He kept his showers ice cold, used eco-friendly light bulbs. Rode his bicycle to work when the gasoline price rose. He'd judge with no pretense, fish on the weekends. Each morning get up, do the pledge of allegiance. Never swim in the ocean for fear of shark attacks. By month get his wife a rose with a card attached. Avoiding all the little things that were hard to ask. Had a car crash, cardiac arrest, out of a heart attack. On an escalator, all his friends and neighbors huddled there in prayer around the respirator. Catch you later, I'm off to see the man upstairs. They all look like ants from here, stores and crystal chandeliers. There was an angel at the entrance, checking off a guest list. Charlie wasn't on it and was ushered to the exits. His heart sank, he was breathless. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform. I go to church on Sunday, truly usually more. Screaming at the angels while they pushed him through the door. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform. I go to church on Sunday, truly usually more. Screaming at the angels while they pushed him through the door.
Everywhere we fly.
I don't know. Is that the Family Matters thing?
That's Full House.
I feel like I should know this because for whatever reason, alright, for a little bit of context, my brother is like 12, well, around about that age. I'm an awful brother.
And he's watching it on Netflix?
No, he watches sitcoms, like family sitcoms. And I don't understand why.
In fairness, when I was like in primary like 7/6, I was watching Frasier in the mornings.
Why? I watched He-Man. I think I watched Smurfs, but it was like gnomes or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh my god, David the Gnome?
Maybe, I don't know. They
Oh my god, I remember that
they
show.
rub their noses
my
together
God.
or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's the one. You know that's Spanish?
I have no clue. The only sitcom I actually watched was like Friends, is because my mum watched it, but that was like when I was a bit more older. Speaking of older, I don't know. Actually, better transition. Ignore that. Woo, woo, woo. That didn't happen. Scott, I'm so glad you mentioned Shit Talks Episode 3. Because remember when we talked about Activision?
Yes, I do remember when we talked about Activision and IPs and the such. What's happening to them now?
Well, actually, I do find it funny in the context of now, because I remember you saying, like, I said something along the lines of Activision's gonna tank or something like that, and you said, okay, I don't want people to lose their jobs. Guess what's happened?
What's happened, my friend?
At the beginning of the month, well, February, beginning of February, a grand total of around about 800 people lost their jobs at Activision.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. God. But, like, the I think the funniest bit, well, maybe not the funniest, it's awful, it's horrible, but I'll get into why I think it's vaguely funny, is that this was announced at the same time, or at least people were laid off, and then round about the same time, Activision reports great, great, big profit margins, we're doing so well, we made so much money. This is at the same time when they lay off 800 fucking people.
How convenient.
How fucking convenient indeed. Now,
it seems like you're almost trying to distract from the fact that you had to let off a shit ton of your employees.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like, but the thing is, they still have a record, gain. Like, they're still doing well theoretically, but it's like they also let go 800 fucking people, and it's like the time before the layoffs, it's been like rumored that like the employees, or like a vast majority of employees, would be laid off, but nothing was concrete. And I want you to think for a second how that fucking feels when you're sitting there at Activision. This is your job, and there are rumors that you may fucking lose it. Not confirmed. You don't get a little like, hey, we're gonna let some people go. No, just pretty much out of the blue, a couple days notice, officially a couple days notice, I think. And then what happens? Well, 800 people are back, have no fucking job.
Yeah,
Same time.
Gee.
Same time they report great gains. It's just... It's ridiculous. It truly is, and my, I know, like, truly thoughts go out to everyone who lost their fucking jobs. That just sucks. Like, first, I feel like, because it saddens me, because I think the more and more we talk about this, the more and more it's going to become even more common. I don't want to stop talking about it, because I think this shit needs to be talked about.
Like, it seems, like, oddly common that... We started the show with
the Telltale. Like,
with Telltale.
It seems even more and more common.
Yeah, like this is only a couple months after that.
Yeah, there's a couple. This is it. Like Telltale closed at the tail end of 2018, beginning of 2019. Here's another huge layoff at Activision Blizzard. And like, the thing is, it's like Activision Blizzard is already in hot water as is, and it's like, the thing is that they're still getting, or at least more specifically is what I mainly wanted to talk about, their CEOs are still getting big cash dollar.
Of course, because, the people that sit on their ass and dictate get all the big mun-muns.
It's just so fucking frustrating. Like, literally, alright, at the same time, around about the same time people got laid off, Activision hired a new CEO, Dennis Durkin. He got a $15 million sweetener just for taking the position of CEO. Just for taking the position. That's not counting the millions of dollars he gets in his actual salary and any other bonuses, which are obviously in the millions. And this is not counting every other CEO that still works at Activision. And the question arises, what the fuck are you doing? How can you, like, the way... Sorry, you want to say something?
It's just fucking... Oh, good job, you just laid off a shit ton of people. Here's money.
Well, that's the thing about CEOs. Like, when you're that, like, at the top of the food chain, I heard I heard a quote pretty much saying, like, in terms of being a CEO, CEOs can fail upward. So no matter how shitty you do, the worst you'll get is a slap in the wrist. While everyone below you gets screwed over, you'll be sitting pretty. And I think this is another case of what's happening. Like, they're like, these developers are being treated, well, like, there is no fucking job security. There really isn't. And it's just fucking, it's horrible. It really is, because, like, even as a big company like Activision, like EA, they can fail, but still the CEOs don't quote unquote fail in essence, because they still make millions upon millions of dollars, while the actual employees, well, they get fucking shafted. They're literally expendable. I guess that's what it means by, you know, failing upwards. So no matter what happens, they'll still be at the top of the food chain, still
You're
making
always going to
millions.
make a profit out of it.
Exactly.
It's fucking bullshit,
It
man.
really is. It's disgusting, because, like, it's just this like theoretical sword of Damocles over, like, every single person that ever works or is, like, under the lower rung of the ladder that is any industry, but I'll just say a video game industry. It's just so horrible knowing that, like, you have that little actual job security. Like, any day your company will give you no fucking information, and then just one day be like, yep, you're all fired. It's horrible.
Almost makes you think why people actually go into the game industry.
Well, that's the thing, ain't it?
Which is it's a sad thing to think about, but still,
Absolutely, because it's like... Well, you want to continue? I'm sorry.
It's a sad thing to think about, because, fuck, I just choked.
No, but I know what you mean, because it's like, you and I, like, I think at one point in our time, maybe still a little bit now, you and I still want to be, like, game developers or do something along the lines of that shit, right?
Of course, everyone wants to. I like to think that at least everyone wants to be in some sort of creative position in this generation, especially.
And then the fact of the matter is, like, these big companies, where you play these games at, it's like, oh, I want to work there one day. You finally get there and you realize how horrible it is. And, like, I don't want to say it does, but, like, if you think about it hard enough, it almost makes you feel bad for some of the games you play, because it's almost like, how shitty must have it felt to actually, like, make this thing. I don't want to say it too much, because it's almost like guilt tripping someone, if you know what I mean, but, like, it's still something at the very least that, like, how, like, because we have no fucking clue. Like, we really have no idea what happens behind closed doors and these kinds of things.
Of course.
But the main point I'm trying to say is, like, how it just feels like, I think, I'm maybe not a big proprietor, but I do believe there might be a video game crash, because the problem is with these companies is that, like, it's not like Activision's doing badly, they're just not doing as well as they did before. And it's like, these companies like Activision and EA have set themselves at such a high pedestal, at such a high, like, station, like, they're up at the top of the mountain. They can barely go any higher, and they keep trying to go higher and higher, but they can't.
And eventually the foundations are going to crumble.
Yeah, because...
And they will fall hard.
Exactly, and I think that's what's happening now. Like, EA is fucking lucky they have Apex Legends, but again, we'll get into that later.
Which I really want to talk about.
Yeah, I'll focus on Microsoft for Activision on the time being. Is that it's like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 made I think around about 500 million bucks. Quite a big number. Quite a lot of big money. You know, big money salvia. That was considered a failure, or at least a disappointment. Now I want you to think, Scott, I want you to just picture this world. You own a company, and your product sells $500 million worth of that thing. Is that a failure to you?
That seems like a shit ton of mulafa in my pocket.
Exactly.
But I'm going to assume that a lot of that is going to go into a large percentage of like budgets for like video games or movies just go into advertisement alone.
Well, that's not really the point I'm trying to make. It's more the fact that like Black Ops 4, I would argue, still did really fucking well. But
it still did well, but I was
in comparison to something earlier, in comparison to when Call of Duty was in their heyday. So in comparison, the stock holders look at that and be like, okay, but why did it not make as much money as the last one? Because it's either you make more money than the last one, or you failed. Like, there's plenty of games out there that make pretty good amount of money, but are still seen as failures because they don't meet the threshold the company was looking for, which is completely fucking ridiculous. Because you still make money, and then you have to wonder, okay, how much money is enough money? And the answer is never. It's frustrating because like it almost feels like you're shitting on like the actual like companies and like the guys actually meet the games, because like that's a lot of fucking money to make. I'm not counting anything else, but it's like if I worked on Black Ops 4 and someone says my fucking game is a failure after we made that much, it's like, alright, whatever you say, man, alright then, sure.
Well, I mean, from what I remember, like, Black Ops 4 is still doing still doing pretty good on, like, the online scene.
Exactly. But
like, I'm fairly sure Blackout is still super popular because
that's exactly what I'm
Battle Royale.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say, is that, like, even though it's still popular, it's still sold, it didn't sell enough. It didn't make all the money, it just made a lot of it. And that's the problem with the stockholders, the CEO see. It's like, it's kind of shit. And it's just fucking like, how? Maybe, just maybe, here's a wild idea. Maybe, if you didn't pay these CEOs, you didn't pay fucking Dennis Durkin, you didn't pay Bobby fucking Kotick, fucking literal billions of dollars
to sit on their ass and dictate,
you'd maybe not actually have these many problems. Maybe if you paced yourself, maybe if you didn't try to market every single game you ever make to the fucking reach to fucking the sun, God, I can't even formulate a sentence, maybe you do better. Because the point is, it's all like, Activision standards are standards they probably will never be able to reach, especially now, but they still have the standards of, oh, why can't we achieve the glory days back in like 2010, 11, 12, etc, etc. Well, because your company is shit. People are no longer interested in fucking Call of Duty. You have so little IPs anymore. You lost Destiny, a bankable franchise that did well but was still considered a failure. And why was it considered a failure? Because you're splitting out big chunks of money to people that aren't involved in the games to the publisher, and not maybe separating it out more evenly. So maybe it would appear like, no matter how well a game does, it could someone could just write it off and say it was a failure because it didn't make all the fucking money. I just want to say something. I've been saying a lot of things, goddammit.
You have been saying a lot of things, but go on.
It just sucks, having this shit. And I hate these fucking parasites, more specifically a singular parasite named Bobby fucking Kotick. Bobby fucking Kotick is the main, more or less, head honcho Activision CEO. He's been there in the company for ages, and he's the biggest slimy scumbag I've ever heard of. Honest to fucking God, like, he is actively I swear to God, he is actively trying to work around employee rights. I think I forgot his name. Seamus something, an ex-Activision guy, had literal arguments with Bobby Kotick about workers' rights and all that nonsense. He has gone on record in saying if he could, he would increase the price of games from like $60 to even higher because quote-unquote games are too expensive to make, even though maybe if he didn't fucking...
Wait. Increase the price of games to what now?
To above, like there's 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s.
Fuck me.
Exactly. Anything is like, I would increase it higher because games are... No. Games are not more expensive to make, and I refuse anyone who says that they are. Games are more expensive to make when you have less money to work with. When you're handing out millions upon millions, hundreds of millions to people who aren't putting that money into the actual games themselves, then yes, they do become more expensive to make. But you want to know what? Even in the reality where games are more expensive, like, you know, they're $80 now, $100, whatever, you know where that money's still gonna go? To the CEOs. Simple as. And then someone's gonna say, oh, they're not expensive enough, I would increase the price, because they're so expensive to make. No, they're just not. You wanna know how much money Bobby Kotick makes? You know his, like, average, like, net worth?
What is his net worth?
$7 billion fucking dollars. You could make like 5 Red Dead Redemptions out of that, probably more. And he could still probably live happily. Still wealthy, still in his condo, still in his whatever. Just slightly less rich. Just slightly less. You know what I mean?
It's just that slightly less that makes him froth at the mouth.
Slightly less? I can't have slightly less money. It's fucking disgusting. And it sucks that the last... I've mentioned Satoru Iwata before, but I feel the point has to be rammed fucking home. I mentioned him, I think, in the last Chat Talks. But I'll tell the full story now. Back when the Wii U came out, I might as well ask you, Scott, like, how well did the Wii U do?
The Wii U did not do too well, from what I...
Oh, it did not do well. You know what Satoru...
There was plenty of good games that came out
absolutely.
for it, don't get me wrong. It's just that no one fucking bought it.
And it sucks, but like, during that time, when the Wii U came out, Satoru Iwata, the CEO of Nintendo, the big head honcho, halved 50% of his just income to go back into the company. That's a lot of fucking money to lose. That's like, when you halve something completely, that's a lot of money to lose. And you know, and he's gone on record in saying that, and like, before I finish, it wasn't only him, it was like a bunch, like Miyamoto, a bunch of other people, like, they all like cut their salaries to help the company, and Iwata has gone on record saying, I wouldn't have fired anyone working at Nintendo because that would just decrease employee morale. It would do nothing but harm to my company, etc., etc. And it's like, why are you dead? You're like the one good person. the one good person. And like, again, God rest his soul, like, genuinely, he's done it twice now. Or had done it twice. And you want to know what? Even after he's cut his salary in half twice, that's literal millions he's losing. You know what happened? He lived happily and wealthily. Plenty of fucking money. Now, I'm gonna hedge a bet and say Satoru Iwata didn't make as much money as, say, CEOs of EA, Activision, etc., etc. And if he's able to live happily off that, why the fuck can't Bobby fucking Kotick? Explain.
I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm... I don't want to sound...
or at least along the lines.
I want to say it's because Nintendo care about their games and their customers.
Ridiculous. It's not like someone like Bobby Kotick has said on record that he only cares about franchises that they can exploit. Actual quote. I swear to God, I'm not making that up.
Wait, actually?
He only cares about franchises that he can market and exploit. Recurrent user spending.
Oh!
Oof. Oof indeed.
What a fucking hell.
So yeah, not a nice guy. Not a nice guy. Although, to end my little tirade, because Jesus Christ, we've been talking about this for almost 30 minutes, a little bit of a funnier story. Bobby Kotick, again, for the record, hashtag FIREBOBBYKOTIC. There's a little funny thing about him is that I don't know who he said it to, but he's good, again, gone on record in saying, like, he's had trouble dating. And I genuinely want you to... Why do you think that? Go on. Wildest guess. Guess.
I wonder if it's got anything about his slightly sociopathic personality?
That's a good guess, but no. Do you want me to say it?
What did he say?
So basically, any woman he's ever interacted with, anytime they Google image searched him, they've seen him with fucking devil horns on. So Bobby Kotick is like, this is really hurting my sex life, so can you guys please stop drawing devil horns on me and literally comparing me to the devil? Thank you.
Well, how about you change your public image and fucking do something for your customers?
It's so like, how much of an ego can one man have? But yeah, that's Bobby Kotick, not the nicest man. And again, keep drawing devil. I want his entire, like, anytime someone Google image, just Googles Bobby Kotick, that's like the first thing they see. It'd be the funniest fucking thing. But anyway, yeah, that's my rant on Activision. I hate Activision. They're parasites, or at least the CEOs. They're parasites. I don't care how good you are. If you're literally in there for the fucking money, you're a parasite. Simple as. And fire Bobby Kotick. That's my tirade over.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we need something a little bit lighthearted and just to follow up that.
Sure.
And considering we were talking about Nintendo, this seems like the perfect time to say it. I'm actually... Oh, it's actually making me a little bit sad here. Nintendo, President of America, Reggie, has retired. Our sweet, sweet boy Reggie has came off... Oh, I'm crying. I'm actually crying.
Tearing up, man.
Jesus Christ.
Retired.
I mean, he's not gone.
No,
I mean, he's not off the face of the earth.
No, he's just retiring, but still, it's just...
But, like, it just seems sad, because he's basically been around since I was, like, fucking, what? Not... Four years old.
That's an Ireland joke for you. Anyway, yeah, like, did you see his little goodbye video?
Oh, I seen the video, and oh my god, it plucked at the heartstrings. The thing is, like, we were just talking about Bobby back there, and he seems like a complete utter scumbag. But then you see this man, you can tell he's passionate about his job,
He's such
and like,
human.
you, it's just, oh my god.
It's sad to see him, bro. Like, I still remember that fucking thing where it was like, I don't know if you'd heard, was that like a Smash tournament or something? He's like going up to like, I think it was like, oh fuck, I forgot his name. Like a really popular Smash player, I can't remember his name, played for a bit of Street Fighter compared to the wee chubby Asian kid, I think. He's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. It's like, he gets it, you know? He really did.
Like, he interacted with the Nintendo community. He was basically a part of it. He was a good...
Yeah,
he was with the fans. He was a fan.
Nintendo, like, and like he was up there with Miyamoto and all the rest. It was just like Miyamoto, Sakurai, all the rest, and it's just like it's really sad to see him go. But like, I'm glad it's not like, oh, like he's going to a different company or whatever. Like he's just retired. Like he's just given up. He's just like, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my life, and I'm just happy for him.
Spend some time with my kids. Just
It's sad, but it's
good
like
for
I'm
him.
happy for him. You know,
you had a good run.
his body
And
will always
you
be
have a good-
ready.
He will always be Reggie.
He'll always be Reggie. It's just great. Although I do love the fact,
and,
I'm pretty
hey,
sure you already
think of
know,
a-
but I do love the fact that the guy who's taking over him, second name is literally fucking Bowser.
I was going to say there is no better candidate for
Wow.
the president of America. President of America? That would be great. President of Nintendo of America to be called Bowser.
It's just the greatest fucking bit of like, oh my god, where did you find this man? Like,
Actually, did you see that fucking clip of him wearing a like Nintendo themed jersey with
No.
Bowser on the back? Oh my god, it's fucking
the
fucking
only
silly.
thing I saw on Twitter was like an image of him. I think he was just talking or something. And it was like in the background was a tied up two plushies of Mario and Luigi tied up. And I was just like, oh, that's cute, because he's Bowser.
Aw.
That's just like,
Hey, get his phony.
it's weird. Like, how does that happen? Hi, like either this guy is like, you know what, my second name's Bowser, I'm gonna work at Nintendo, or like Nintendo sought him out. There's no way that's like pure coincidence.
There's no way it's a coincidence. Yes.
There's no
like,
way.
It's either that they actively sought each other out, or this is proof of some sort of higher being.
There is a god, and he smiles upon us.
He smiles upon us and Nintendo.
It's mad, like. But anyway, yes. Thank you, Reggie. Truly.
Have a little couple of clips of
I'll just throw
Reggie,
his face on.
like
Look
a
at
little
that lovely,
black and
lovely face. Look at him smile.
just get some black and white clips of Reggie with that song playing on top. You know, in the arms
not
of
dead, like.
an angel. Oh yeah, but like still.
Dead. Fucking hell. No, just.
Or maybe when the lights go down.
Alright, listen. I'm just gonna put Reggie's face over your face. There you go.
No, don't do
See,
that.
look, it's Reggie. Say hello, people. I'll put mute. I'll put Miyamoto's face on mine. There you go.
Hey, it's me, Reggie.
Konnichiwa. Hello.
Oh, do you know Aaron?
I feel like I've
Oh,
bullied
Jesus Christ.
Alan enough for one episode. Well,
For one
yeah.
episode. Leave it for the next
No,
one.
he got his one episode, alright? Don't, because you know if I keep doing this, he's gonna be a little greedy bitch about it. He's like, oh, I'm so popular now. No.
You don't even... What kind of person do you think he
I don't
is?
know. Someone who lets fame get to their head, I guess. I don't know.
Nah, he's pretty chill,
I don't
dude.
believe you first.
But anyway, yes. Ah, you know, I feel better. I feel better now, even though I'm, slightly crying.
It's just the alcohol talking. Don't worry. Speaking of which.
Anyway. Chug, chug,
No, I'm
chug,
good.
chug.
I don't like whiskey as it is, but this is actually nice shit.
I'm kind of, I'm finding it hard to get through this. Just like raw fucking rum.
Why are you drinking a raw?
I've got nothing to mix it with.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ, look at you,
That-
fucking cowboy going.
The house is dry.
Of course it's dry. Although the idea of a drink being dry has always never worked in my head.
Yeah, that kind of seems counterproductive. Like,
Like
it's a liquid.
it can't be dry.
So how can it be dry?
It's wet.
I guess it's the idea of it maybe soaking up moisture maybe.
I don't fucking know. Anyway, speaking of sucking up moisture, that Apex Legends, huh? That's soaking up some cash dollar, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, and it's even funnier, considering everyone's talked about this. It's even funnier that the fact that EA wanted to just quietly push out the door, while trying to get fucking Anthem to do super good, like just pushing the hell out of it, and then just quietly just push this battle royale game out the door. Don't think it's gonna do too well. It's from Respawn. Respawn's never done well, and what happens? It fucking explodes.
But that's the reason I wanted to talk about Apex, because it literally came out of nowhere, and it knocked everyone out of the park essentially. Because
like it's crazy, like how
a game with no marketing.
Yeah, a game with no marketing, and oh my, it spread through word of mouth. Like the first time I heard of it was like a couple weeks ago when we were at a certain like this weird Belfast thing.
Alright, God, we'll never talk about that. We'll talk about that fat man with ties thing. Ugh.
Fat man with ties? What?
Oh, do you not remember?
I know it was fat dude.
Yeah, do you not remember he was riding that donkey? He had that stripper with him.
Oh yeah.
The less
that was weird.
Yeah, the less we talk about that, the better. Anyway, yeah.
By the way, did they ever take you to the basement?
I was drunk. Well, not that drunk. I said, you know what? Me and my boyfriend, we'll take our leave elsewhere. Thank you, sir. Tips for.
Anyway,
but yeah,
back to Apex.
I think it's set. I think it truly has set a great precedent about how you can still make money off these kinds of games. Granted, it's battle royale, because but like as far as I know, the actual backstory behind it, or like when it comes to the development backstory, was literally just EA told Respawn make a battle royale game, and they did. And the thing is that like I believe Respawn kind of denied, like, okay, I'll have no marketing, and I think the better marketing choice that they had is that they completely like shut EA out. It's what I'm trying to say is that they completely just said, like, they tried their best to make sure EA was not visually like shown, because they knew that shit was poison. If people knew, like, oh, there's your new EA title, people like, what the fuck off with this. And it's like,
oh, it's an EA battle royale.
yeah, that's what people
great.
would call it. That's what people would have called it if that's how they released it. It's like a bunch of marketing. EA is on everything. It'd be like, oh my god, not another one. And the fact that this is just Respawn's game, not EA's, Respawn's game, it feels more, genuine. And like, can I tell you something? Can I just say a little pet peeve? The reason I think this is such a great marketing tool is, what's the last EA game that you can remember? Just off the top of your head.
What's a what EA
What's
game?
the most recent EA game that you can think of?
Well, excluding Anthem.
Excluding
Anthem, fucking Battlefield 5, I think.
I didn't even think I completely forgot that Battlefield 5 even existed. For me,
yeah, like,
we'll talk about this later. But for me, it's Star Wars Battlefront 2. You wanna know why? I have the box of that. I purposely bought the most expensive version. I have the box like sitting up on a nice little pedestal, because I like keeping the Battlefront boxes because they're my childhood and I feel like I should pay homage. But the thing I hate about it so much is that it's not just Star Wars Battlefront, it's EA Star. It is literally in the same title as Star Wars. EA thinks that it's on par with Star Wars.
EA, you're not exactly the.
That's what I hate so much about that box. That literally.
You're not exactly like a high caliber of quality.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, that's what it's called. Like, literally, the little lines that, like, keep the Star Wars in there. EA's up there. EA Star Wars Battlefront. Oh yeah, here's DICE in the corner. Don't care about them. Care about EA. It's in the game. And that's why I think Respawn's decision to make sure they distance themselves as far as possible from EA is such a good idea. Because these companies, these publishers are poison. Marketing poison. And disassociating yourself from such is so fucking good.
It's funny how
a game that people don't associate with EA does better than a game associated with EA.
You have this giant company backing you. I mean, then again, they weren't really banking on this project, but they were still kind of backing it. And the people developing it would rather not be associated with this huge company. That
I know,
my
it's
God.
rough, but as much as I don't care for Apex, I'm still happy that it exists. Because again, it sets such a good precedent, and I think, as an actual like little review of Apex, I think yeah, you and I both played it now.
Oh yeah, I quite enjoy it despite having a collective total of 3 kills.
Apex just annoys me. It's mostly just, at least for me, it's the thing that's like in Fortnite I couldn't hit shit and I was just bad, and then in Apex I feel like everyone melts me, but I can't melt anyone else, and it's just fuck.
Oh yeah, that could be us being shit though.
Maybe, I don't know. I kind of like, well, I deleted it for space on my PlayStation, but I would have kept it if I didn't have to. But like I've played it with friends, and I've had a decent enough time, but it's just, I don't think Battle Royale's for me. But still, even that being the case, someone who's actively against this whole Battle Royale thing, I'm still glad that it exists, because again, it sets a just good precedent for how you should handle these kinds of things.
And I do think that that fuck.
Yeah.
My oh god, the alcohol's getting to me. Oh fuck.
How do you get wasted before me?
I don't know. I'm just choking all over.
Oh
the place.
yeah,
But
who's the lightweight now, huh, big man? Huh?
go fuck off, you big old. You big old
someone being a
bitch.
lightweight. Ooh. Not
Anyway,
so fucking hard now, are you?
I'm just saying.
Asshole.
I think that
What do you think, Scott?
combining. I think.
Are you thinking? Because I think
that-
you're struggling on that end.
Shut up! I'm trying to get this out. Combining, like hero style, like class systems from like TF2 or Overwatch. Combine that with Battle Royale works quite well, because, I mean, a lot of Battle Royales are just your kind of I don't want to say generic the shooter,
Definitely generic.
but they a lot of them are.
Well, it depends where you look. I think the reason Fortnite succeeded the way it did is because it was so unique at the time. Everyone was copying
Yeah, like
PUBG.
it had the art style.
Yeah, exactly.
It
was something unique.
It had those building
Yeah,
aspects.
it was something unique, and I think that's why it succeeded. Unlike,
Yeah.
because everyone was trying to copy PUBG. What fucking Epic realizes that instead of copying PUBG, let's just take Battle Royale and make our own.
It's funny that everyone copied PUBG,
And now
considering
look
that
at it now.
was like the most faulty product. You would almost think it's an EA game.
Yeah. You know, I don't know about you, but I
Considering
can,
state
I can
that came
still
out.
hear Andrew. I can hear Andrew perfectly saying like, "PUBG is so much better than Fortnite."
Well, no, but Fortnite actually runs. It actually runs well.
I haven't played either. I haven't played Fortnite in fucking ages. I'm glad I did. I still hate the fact that I spent money on it, but we all make mistakes.
Yeah, I've done it myself. I did go get a pretty cool moth outfit.
I bought the
Little
I
Mothman.
bought the bear outfit.
Bear.
Yeah, the team hugger, whatever. Fucking.
Okay, so Paulus, I want you to now get both those outfits, put them on screen, and keep Reggie and Miyamoto's face over them.
How? What do you want me to do here? Like, all right, you know what I'll do? I'll figure it out in post. But I have an idea. God, you're asking so much of me. Jesus Christ.
It's not that hard.
I don't think I'm gonna get this out.
Yeah, well, don't
You're
worry about
ruining
it.
my perfect art. I worked really hard on it.
In fairness, it is quite nice art.
Thank you, you fuckface. Also, check out my Deviant art. It's,
Oh yeah, DeviantArt. I'm assuming it's going to be in the
Yeah,
description. I'll put it in the.
I'll put it in
also-
the description.
I'm going to put it in the channel abouts as well as our social media pages.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's our big topics all sorted out.
Oh, I just want to add one more thing to the Apex Legends discussion. Now, this story came out 15 hours ago on
breaking news.
PC Gamer.
It's not news from a month ago.
Yeah. Yes. Around a year ago, someone leaked the actual map for Apex Legends.
Sorry, what?
A year ago, someone leaked the map for Apex Legends.
Yeah.
And absolutely no one cared.
You know what annoyed me, actually? I was gonna make an Apex video, like, for my other channel. And, like, a fucking friend didn't have his audio on the entire time. That was some good shit. And then he fucking ruins it. Adrian, if you're listening to this, fuck you. Alright? Screw you. That video was gold. And you ruined it. It's all your fault. Also, love you, babes. Anyway, yeah, I think we're done talking about Apex. It's free.
Would you like a quick intermission?
Is that your way of saying, can I take a piss break?
Well, no, I actually don't need to take a piss break. But,
remember that,
I don't know.
audience. Remember that. Remember, I don't need to take a piss break. You know what, Scott? Go take your fucking piss break. I have shit I want to talk about anyway.
No, I don't need it.
Go on.
I don't need it.
No, please, go.
God damn it, man.
I'm holding the door for you. I will pull down your pants for you. I will sit you down. Please, sir. Take your piss. Go on. I have stuff I want to talk.
No.
The one time.
Okay, fine then. If you're so... if you want me to go so bad, I'll go and mix myself a drink. No, I'll go.
I'm just gonna...
I will... What? I was just going to suggest play some indie music for a bit.
That's not how the intermission works. Just go.
Alright.
Wanker. So, kiddos.
Heard that.
Fuck off. So, kiddos, who wants to talk about wrestling? No? Well, shut up. I do. So, see, I'm regretting my decision already, because I know the vast majority of audience members don't even give a shit about wrestling. But I don't care, actually. I don't care. You know what? You're gonna sit there and you're gonna listen. People have been telling me, oh, you should put fucking little, like, notifications in the description about what you're talking about. Nah. You wanna know what? Enjoy the fucking show, actually. How about you do that, huh, you bitch? Don't you complaining to me, fucking going, or complaining through Scott. You wanna know what? Anyone who's ever said that, I'm telling you, I will fucking find you and I will kill you. I'll kill your dog. I'll make you watch as I kill your dog. I'll make you eat your dog. Fuckface. Tell me what to do. Enjoy the show. Huh? You ever thought about that? You ever fucking watch a comedy routine and be like, yeah, can you skip the jokes where you talk about child abortion? No, because you enjoy the show, you asshole. You don't go to a movie and fucking go, yeah, can we just skip to all the fight scenes? You know what? You enjoy the show. And here's a little tip for you. Here's the littlest of tips. See that little YouTube bar? This ain't a live stream, son Jim. See that little YouTube bar? You click that little bit where the video is. You can skip to any point you like. Any point. I know. It's truly amazing stuff. I'm surprised. Like, I didn't even know it was a thing. But you can skip to any fucking point. Any point. And I hit my headset off the microphone. I hope that didn't pick up. The point being is that, like, you know, enjoy the show. You know, don't be assholes. Also, while you're at it, can you hit that subscribe button? While you're at it, can you hit that bell button? While you're at it, can you comment, like, down in the comment section? You know, I just want, you know, the reason I actually want it is because in the second episode was that we got a weird comment section. It was like our only comment section. It was like the one guy that was like, this is a good show. It was kind of boring. And then like the list of people taking the piss out of that one guy is like, for some reason we have people defending us. And I was just like, okay, whatever. I don't even think those people came back, but still, it's like, I would love more of that because that's just the funniest fucking thing. I personally would really love more viewer interaction, and I really do hope we can continue that in the future. That's what I want out of the show, is to add a lot more viewer interaction. And I think that'd be frankly fucking cool, because that second episode, as much as it was very small, very little, it was something, and it's really disheartening when it's just an empty comment section, you know. And I think we had we got like 50 odd views now, a couple hundred in the first two. I can't see any reason why people can't have a little discussion, or at the very least, give us topic ideas, you know, or something. I don't fucking know. Say you're gay, and I'll be like, hey, I'm gay too. And be like, oh, that's cool. It's like, oh, can I suck your dick? Yeah, that's gay. I was like, what the fuck? Why did you use that in the first place? You know, I'll be honest with you, I thought either Scott's already here and he's just listening to me, or he's really taking that long. So, I don't know. I guess I'll talk about the thing I wanted to talk about. So, for those who aren't in...
Yeah, what would you like to talk about?
Fuck off. Never mind. I'll make it...
Wait, what?
Make it...
When did you send... What? I was just gonna say, when did you send me like a fucking yum emoji?
It stands for I lick pussy.
Well, it's not wrong. I've seen you do it.
Thanks.
Jeez.
I mean...
Wait, what?
What?
Anyway. Yeah, so, what did you talk about? I heard something about wrestling.
Don't you worry about it, son Joe. I don't know at all. I've just enlightening these people about, you know, the world of sports entertainment. Okay, never mind. The world of pro wrestling.
Haha, sports, that's funny.
Oh, fuck up, you fat cunt.
Oh, jeez!
Sport? You don't even know what a fucking sport is. You fucking condescend me.
I know what sports are. I watch the animes.
Fuck off, you fucking weeaboo fucking trash. Should have died in the fire.
Oh my god.
Insult me, you fucking...
This hostility.
Oh,
Where did this come from?
insulting me, you fucking is.
I'm not insulting you, I'm just insulting the term sport. Actually, no. Actually, never mind. I take back what I said.
Ah.
It is sports entertainment. It's sports that are actually fucking entertaining.
Thank you. That's what I've been saying to people. Literally. Like, I don't know if I ever told you this, but you remember when Conor McGregor and Khabib, Russian name, were gonna have a big fight?
No, but continue.
Anyway, I'm very certain the rest of the audience does, because they're actually involved in today's culture and know what stuff's actually happening. So McGregor and Nurmagomedov, fucking me, were gonna have a big scrap, and then they had it, and I watched it, and I only thought through the entire thing was that, God, this is why I like pro wrestling so much more than MMA. And it was just like, I found so little few people that actually, well, maybe not that agreed with me, but like the times I try to ask like some of my friends, like one was like, huh, am I right? Yeah, it's like a weird like virtual high five we had between us, which was nice. And then another friend I asked was like, yeah, but you know, some other UFC fights are cool, and it's just like, that's not what I'm trying to say. Like to me, the vast majority of like MMA fights can be pretty fucking boring, because actual human fighting is boring.
As much as I would like to disagree, it is pretty true.
Literally, like, the most effective strategy, what do? Oh, hug the guy, make sure he's on the ground, hit him in the head a couple times. Where's the flips? Where's the super kicks? Where's the backflips? Where's the jumping?
You see,
this is why, the thing is...
where's the showmanship?
I wish capoeira
that's another
was
peak
a
for you,
viable
so.
martial art.
Capoeira. Oh my god! If someone strolled up into UFC with capoeira, that would be fucking. I wouldn't care that he would not win a single match. I just think he would be a swoot fucking dude.
He'd be bothered. He'd be forced to retire by the end of the year.
Although, if you brought that same dude into WWE, that would be fucking sweet.
It would be though, because you'd actually make use of him. You can be like, oh, do your fancy footwork, and then like the thing about wrestling is that like you have to take the hit, which is something I actually respect a lot more than, because in UFC you have to proper train how to fight, and the thing is, you're not required. This is what I like, or at least this is my thought process. You are not required to put on a good show for people in MMA, or at least, you know, in the UFC and the whatever. There are a few guys in the MMA scene that who genuinely do try and put a good show. I'm so angry at myself that I can't remember his name. There's a guy who legitimately, like, goes out of his way to keep the fight stand up, to keep the fight, you know, constant striking and all that. And it's just like, you're a fucking hero, because he does it at his, like, he's proper fucked himself up over the years.
Ooh.
Like he's like legit like health hazard, but like he's done it just to put on a good show, and I respect that so much more. Because the thing with the Conor and Khabib fight was like those two guys couldn't give two shits if you enjoyed the fight or not, if you visually enjoyed it. Because to me, the only people that actually would enjoy something like that are people who actively are just like, they find two men grappling on the floor truly like, whoa, I know all the moves. See, he's doing an underhook arm semi-David.
Well,
and it's like, whoa, that's so woke.
Well, I guess that part, like half of the show is the hype and build up behind it.
Because the thing is,
I mean, that's the same for
exactly,
wrestling as
but
well.
The thing about wrestling and MMA is that for MMA, Khabib and McGregor had such a good build-up. They had such a good build-up. They have me, someone who's not that interested in actually watching the fights, make them watch their fight. And I was disappointed. All this build-up, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I kept up to date to all the fucking news. I went out of my way to keep up to date, and I was left disappointed. The thing with wrestling is, the idea is they have to build up and then lead it to a grand finale.
You need to bring it to a
grand finale.
to a great crescendo, a great climax.
The thing is, wrestling is there to tell a story, and it's there to actually entertain you. MMA guys, at least a good majority, aren't there for that. They aren't there to actively entertain the audience. They are just under the impression, I'm not trying to put words in anyone's mouth, but like that they're like under the assumption it's just like anyone who watches this will be entertained regardless. Someone like me, I just can't sit through like those are like 9-hour shows. And granted, WWE ain't much better when it comes to the length of the shows, but like the thing about WWE is that they're actively trying to be like, man, that's cool. Like, do you remember when we were in Thing and I showed you guys that NXT stuff? Like even fucking Andrew was like, whoa, that shit's cool, because the point was it was meant to entertain. He was entertained. I know he doesn't watch it, but at least I could say, you know what? He was enthralled enough to say that was cool, that was woke, that was cool, suka blit. Because
is Andrew just going to be? Is Andrew going to be the new Aaron?
Name dropping Andrew. He might join us.
Well, I mean, he is the supporter. He is a supporter of the channel, so.
No, he's not.
I guess we can drop him there. Go to OMFG Kazi, by the way. Or OMG? Oh my god. Or was it OMFG? Who fucking knows? Link in the description.
I won't put his link in the description. Fuck off. But yeah, that's my little pro wrestling thing. That's just how I feel about it. I don't have any ill will to the MMA guys. I think MMA is genuinely interesting. It's something I actually would like to do. But as like a spectator sport, honestly, I'd rather watch something else. Granted, I think sports in general are boring as sin. Trust me, like I couldn't sit through like a game of football or anything else. Like that's.
Oh god, football is fucking boring.
Enjoy playing it. I've enjoyed my fair.
Because
it's fun when you're actually taking part, but when you have to just sit there and watch, like, okay, the tiny blue man's kicking the ball, he's kicking it. Oh, he's damn well kicking it. Oh, it's this white guy has it now. Oh, and the black person scores a goal.
The thing is, man, like, I feel like football has been around for so long that no one kind of wants to change it and adapt it for a modern audience. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I just don't get.
I say that it's still like super popular.
I just don't get anyone who actually likes it.
But like, I'm just thinking
this is coming from a person who at least enjoys a basketball match, which is kind of the same thing, but still, I don't know. I feel kind of.
Well, I mean, with basketball, there's a couple factors that make it more entertaining than
I
football.
think it's just because it's more flashy bullshit, and because I actually know the people.
Well, yeah. Like, at least with basketball, you can do a lot of
Doing
flashy
sick
bullshit.
jumps and fucking like they're eating the balls.
Yeah. But, like, one, it's more flashy. Two, there's a smaller court, so there's less, like, lag time for something to actually fucking happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think basketball is the more entertaining sport. Like, again, I football's not half bad in comparison to other sports. Like, I cannot understand anyone who like actively watches and gets hyped for cricket. Or like baseball or tennis, or just like, what the fuck? How do you watch this for like 2 hour and a half?
But the thing is, right, you're going to get at me for this. You're going to get at me for this, but sports animes, some of those are fucking awesome.
God. I'm not an anime person. Go talk to
I know you're not an anime person, but hear me out. You may think boxing is boring as sin, but think of it like this. This show, Hajime no Ippo.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've told you about this before. But it basically does everything that wrestling does, but it's hyped. It's got the same kind of hype and structure, but they can go way over the top.
Yeah, that's because they're not free. They're free from the limitations of just being human, not being humans.
Well, no, like in the show that I'm talking about, at least, it's they're still like standard humans, and they're using actual boxing techniques and forms. It's just that they can put that to they can escalate that so it's more entertaining.
Yeah, like obviously, but it's like what I'm trying to say is like it's an anime. They're allowed to do that because it's possible.
Of course.
The thing of these kinds of sports is there's a lot of ego and on the line and all that. Granted, there's plenty of ego in wrestling, which is kind of weird, but I won't get into it.
But no.
Brother.
Brother. Yeah. Okay. Here's a little thing I want to do here.
What's that?
Let's have a little brainstorming session.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna talk about the video games we played. All right, yeah, let's keep going.
Let's have a little brainstorming session here. Let's take a super boring sport.
Okay.
Right? Alright, so just name one off the top of your head, and that will be the subject of this discussion. Of this brainstorming session.
Tiddlywinks.
What? Tiddlywinks?
I don't know what Tiddlywinks is, but I think it's a thing.
Okay. That's not what I expected.
Can we make
That's
it work?
another pig. How can we make
work.
Tiddlywinks fucking hype?
Right. Do you know how Tiddlywinks works? Because I don't.
Oh, okay.
Should we Google
Maybe
this?
we should pick something where...
Okay.
I know how Tiddlywinks
Okay,
works.
explain to me first before we do anything.
Okay, so, you know those wee pucks you have?
Sure.
Basically, the objective of the game is that... Oh, yeah. Objective of the game. I hope you're going to cut that out.
Yeah, I got it.
The objective of the game is that you have a puck and you have a little bottle or cup, and you're supposed to press another puck onto your puck and try and get the puck into a cup.
So here's how I think. This is how we make it work, right? We're gonna make it like how Yu-Gi-Oh does it, because Yu-Gi-Oh is a boring fucking game. But we make it like the animes that make it like that. So.
Well, so we're gonna have
we're gonna have
like an AR
yeah,
field where like each puck has a special ability and has like a monster inside it.
Exactly. And then, all right, the main character, he's gonna have big spiky head. We'll call him Arturo.
Okay.
Arturo. And
what does that mean? Is that Tiddlywinks backwards?
No. How? How do you get Tiddlywinks and Arturo? You fucking... Again, who's the
I
drunk
don't
one
know.
here?
I was hoping. Shut up.
No, he's a foreign exchange student. So he's Japanese that goes to England
Of course.
But all the English kids are still called Japanese names.
Oh, of course, yes. Because, you know, it's a
But
Japanese
they all
accent.
speak English. Like, proper English, mate. Hi, I'm Yaka Kamazami.
I'm a proper scouser,
I'm a
mate.
proper scouser, mate. Did you watch Boku no Pico?
Jesus Christ. Okay, go on.
And then basically this kid, this Arturo, walks into this new high school called, I don't fucking know, Tiddlywinks High or whatever the fuck.
Tiddlywinks.
And he's like, konnichiwa, homies, what's happening? And then he meets like another nerdy kid that they can kind of relate to,
Oh.
and then he introduces him into the world of Tiddlywinks.
Oh, and like Tiddlywinks, like rules the school, man.
So
like,
you have like your jobs,
like-
which is like pro Tiddlywinks, and then you know, it's et cetera, et cetera. So
Oh, and like the first season is like him going up and up the school
ranks.
like hierarchy
And then
until he
realizes
meets the
his,
big
like,
bad
yeah,
of the
yeah.
school.
No, the big bad of the school is like the teachers and stuff, and the headmaster, who's like,
Oh no. You can't have it be any adult figures. It has to be a kid.
oh, I kind of like the idea of being like the adults playing Tiddlywinks.
No, adults have no authority. If you don't play Tiddlywinks, get the fuck out.
Also, the main character's mom is hot.
Oh, of course, so we can get all the good Dojinskis up in here.
Don't know what that means, but yes, it sounds like a good pitch to me.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
And basically, he
But
rises
no.
up on the ranks, he makes new friends, he finds a girl, token girl character, and that I think that'll be our good pilot that'll be our good. We can take this to Netflix, man.
Okay, so one thing I want to add. Right, is that before our main character Totoro,
Totoro.
before he exchanged, he was part of like a Shaolin temple. So he applies his Shaolin martial arts into Tiddlywinks. So he's doing like Kore no Kiko onto
He
Tiddlywinks.
crane kicks
Wait,
the
wait,
little
oh.
counter into the cup.
Oh yeah! Oh,
on the
like he
tip of
uses his
his
toes
toe.
and shit. Oh my
That's
god!
a wicked cool trick, that is, bruv. Damn,
Whoa!
Kazama
No one's ever done that.
That's
Wow! This exchange student's really got some
that's
moves.
well.
Do you
that's
think you
well mental, mate. Hey kid, you want
you
some
think you can
blues?
handle him? Can you handle him, Joe Kazama? Yes, I can handle him, all right. It's like this just dude with like the big old black
Yeah.
coat and
He's like evil, but,
like baseball
super
cap.
good at totally
Oh, but he's got like a tragic backstory, so he's like the edgy
He's got
bad
like a
guy.
pet hawk or something.
He brings it into school.
It's like feathers fly about and shit.
Oh my god! It could. Oh, and you know how you get the fangirls onto his side?
Well, I think we already got the fangirls.
You,
Like,
no. You get the fangirls. Like, the audience of the show, I'm talking.
alright.
How you get the fangirls on his side? He raised the hawk from, like, a chick. Like, found it in the bush, like, with broken wing and all. So it's like, he's got a soft side.
I hate this already. This so much. It's the worst.
I love it.
Well, Netflix, I will await your response. And if it's not
Oh
a
my
yes, well, fuck.
Oh, we didn't even get into, like, the tittle summons.
Absolutely. And like, I'm assuming his best friend would just be Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, nice going, Yugs.
Oh my
Cruising
god.
I mean, fuck. How would I do English Joey?
Brooklyn Rage!
No. Their version of Joey Scottish.
Oh, the British version. Joey Scott. Oh my.
If
Hey!
go on, fucking get him there, Joey. I can't do it right now. That's Irish.
Hey! You don't want to be messing with him. He's the head honcho. I'm slowly turning to Brooklyn. Fuck.
I'm playing Tiddlywinks here.
I'm playing here.
Oh my god, I think
But no,
original. I think this is. I think that's enough, Scott. Of everything.
I think that's a good way to. I think that's a good point to end it on.
I might
Fucking
animate this now.
martial arts delete.
Okay. Well,
I love
no,
how
we're not.
actually kind of hyped
Oh,
I am.
you're sad man.
Dude,
It's fucking.
dude. Our main character is a Shaolin monk high schooler who uses his Shaolin monk skills in tiddlywinks.
I am aware, but still, that's enough. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Please, if you watch for this whole thing, subscribe, give us money, and comment down below. We'll give you a big kiss. Mwah. That's the first one. The comment, I'll give you a second kiss. I'll do it this time. Anyway, thank you for watching Chat Talks.
I'll give
This
you a
has
wee
been
pat.
very fun. Hope you learned something
I think-
educational. And if you steal our idea, I swear to God, I will find you and murder you.
Yeah, not talking about anyone in particular, are we?
I don't think so. I'll run.
Wasn't thinking him.
Well, I am. Anyway, yeah, we're done.
Bye.
Fuck off. I gotta do that every time.
That's my thing, yo. Okay.